Good morning, everyone.
Swatika.
We are in Chiang Mai, Thailand. My name is Zach.
And I'm Amanda. And we like to start our days off by working out. So we actually have a gym in our apartment building that we normally go to, but today we are taking a Muay Thai class.
Bop right elbow, bop left elbow, bop there you are.
All right, so if you can't tell, we just finished our Muay Thai class, but first we wanted to tell you a little bit more about ourselves.
Yeah, so I am from Texas.
And I am from New Jersey.
But we actually met here in Thailand in a southern city by the beach about 3 years ago. So we started teaching with VIP Kid in the States before we left, and we've now been in Chiang Mai for about 2 months, and we do teach full-time online.
So we'll be in Chiang Mai for another month. After that, we are moving to Taiwan. And beyond that, since we have the option to work online with VIP Kid, we're currently just moving our way through Southeast Asia for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Okay, so we just hopped on a Song Tao, which is basically the form of public transportation around here. They are super easy. They cost about 30 baht, which is $1 US, and they'll take you anywhere around the city. Okay, so we just showered and we're getting all of our stuff and gonna head out for the day, but I wanted to show you guys the view from our apartment. So we actually live in Naman, which is an area a little north of the main area of Chiang Mai. So since we work full-time online, we get to make our own schedule. So we typically work about 15 to 20 hours a week. And on the weekdays, we work maybe 2 to 3 hours a day. Most of our hours are on Saturdays and Sundays because those are the busiest.
We're on our way to breakfast, but we're just making a quick pit stop at the pharmacy real quick. If there's one thing I can't stress enough about Chiang Mai, it's that you can get anything you need here. We have pharmacies, we have malls. Don't overpack.
So this is the corner place, as we call it, because we have no clue what the actual name is, but we come here almost every day. They have great meals for like 40 to 50 baht, which is a little bit more than $1. So we've learned a lot of basic phrases since living here. We try and use them as much as we can, like with ordering fruit, which is takmu or farang. And we can order or ask where the bathroom is or get around. So if you have any questions throughout the day, send us your questions here in the question box, or you can DM our personal account right here. So one of my favorite things about living in Chiang Mai is, one, the street food, and then two, that just on your way to a coffee shop, you pass temples like this every day. So we chose VIP Kid because we wanted to work fully online and have the flexibility of our schedule to change every week, just because we really weren't sure if we wanted to live in one certain place for an entire year, and we really wanted the flexibility to travel when we wanted.
The interview process for VIP Kid was pretty straightforward. You just apply online, and from there, your next step is 1 or 2 mock classes with VIP Kid teachers who, at some points, just a heads up, will be pretending to be a 5-year-old Chinese student. So because we work online for VIP Kid, we don't really have set vacation times, but we do set our schedule about a week out, and we try to go on 1 local trip per week. But next week, we did schedule some time off, and we are going on our first big trip to
Vietnam! So we've gotten a lot of questions about what visa we're on our personal account, and we are on a tourist visa because since we work online, we don't have an employer here to sponsor us. So that's another reason why we move from country to country every couple months.
So at a lot of the temples you will see golden Buddhas with golden plates, which you can place on Buddha for good luck.
Sometimes you come in sets just for the AC.
So when you come to Thailand, you are guaranteed to spend a lot of time in 7-Eleven. But it's not like 7-Eleven. They have literally anything you could ever want here, including hot food, snacks, and everyone's favorite, the toasty.
That comes to 7-Eleven like at least 3 times a day.
I'm just here for the aircon.
Snacks are just a bonus, huh?
Snacks are a bonus.
Okay, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about cost of living in Thailand because that's one of the main reasons that we chose to live here is because it's so affordable. Hi, Zach. I'm on our balcony. So like we mentioned earlier, we both work about 15 to 20 hours a week, and each of us makes about $1,600 a month. So our cost of living, including rent, is about $700 a month, excluding some of our bigger trips that we go on. So because we travel almost every week, we do spend a little bit more than $700 each a month, but we're still able to save at least $400 every month. I'll put on the next slide a picture of some of our expenses for you to look at the breakdown.
So this is my VIP Kid classroom. We both have our own individual workstation. On VIP Kid, the students are in China and they range anywhere from 6 to 14 years old. VIP Kid makes things super easy for teachers. The curriculum is all there for you. It's already made, so you just have to log in a few minutes before class and review the material. They also have a super easy to use portal where you can add and take away classes and see your bookings for the day.
We both just finished our classes, so we are gonna head out and go grab some dinner, and then we will answer all of y'all's questions. Mango sticky rice is my favorite food. So we've never taught in a classroom before. I did do like a 3-day English camp about 3 years ago in Thailand, but I don't really count that. So other than TEFL and the few months with VIP Kids so far, that's all the experience that we have.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is something you hear a lot from people who have been hired by VIP Kid. It was actually the case with us. Our bookings took a few weeks to pick up, which can happen. But what worked for us is just shoot them an email letting them know that your bookings are low, and they'll probably be able to help you out.
This is a fun question. We actually don't know yet. We were thinking Taipei just kind of for the obvious choice, right. But we're thinking maybe one of the southern cities now.
Yeah.
So if you have suggestions, let us know.
So TEFL is really the only certification you're going to need for the most part. A lot of countries do want to see a bachelor's degree as well, but it doesn't have to be an education.
I'm going to let Zach take this one.
My favorite toasty from 7-Eleven, I'm going to be a little bit boring and say it's the ham and cheese, but I'm going to throw a curveball and say it's the ham and cheese on croissant bread.
So teaching online is actually not our only source of income, but it is the only income that we live off of. We actually both started online businesses before coming here, so that's what we do with about 30 to 40 hours of our week besides teaching. So this is a great question. If I had to put an exact number on it, I'd say for Thailand, save about $3,000. And the reason I say that is because one, depending on if you have a job or not, you want to be able to live off of that amount of money for 2 to 3 months. And there's also a lot of upfront costs. Like when we moved into our apartment, we had to pay 3 months rent up front, and always just traveling and getting to a new place costs more than you think it does. Plus, since we were teaching with VIP Kid, we actually didn't get our first paycheck for almost 2 months.
Well, that is the end of our takeover from Chiang Mai today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for asking questions. We really hope it was helpful.
If y'all have any more questions, please feel free to DM us on our personal account. We also have a website with a bunch of blogs and information like how to keep your number when you're moving abroad. And we have a YouTube channel where we do weekly vlogs with things like apartment hunting in Chiang Mai.